Hello, Honey Badger here, and today this video is going to show you how to solo the Karazhan chess event on the Horde side. Yeah, so let's begin, shall we? Start off by controlling the king, of course. And then, if it'll ever start, you cancel him. And you want to move the first two corner grunts. So you control the corner one and move them to right over here. And you do that for both sides.
What do you need? Strength.
Keep in mind that this method may not work every time.
Yes.
Not the corner moving, but the rest of it, because of the fact that the game is different almost every time. So, after you move the corner grunts, you want to move the grunt in front of the war chief. And since the grunt right there is taken, you just leave that one alone. I like to control the warlock for almost the entirety of this game until fire shows up, because he's so powerful, and you just attack the king with all that you've got. If you can move. Oh, you can. So just attack the king with all that you've got, and when fire comes up, you want to move the warlock backwards, and the war chief. We'll get to that when the time comes. So yeah, fireball the crap out of him. Pew pew. And fire. So we'll move actually the warlock right over here. And the king where the warlock was previously.
Slay them all.
And back to the warlock. Find the king and pew pew. As soon as the fire's gone, you're going to want to move the warlock back so he doesn't take so much damage. And if your warlock gets way down there, then move him to a safe spot and control one of the necrolytes and heal him.
The wheels have begun to turn.
And then you'll want to go back to the warlock.
Let us see. One must not become too complacent. Interesting.
More fireballs!
Interesting.
Sounds fine.
should have known.
might as well just get rid of the footman already. If this happens to you, which it may not. Like I said, every game is different.
Interesting.
More fireballs! So yeah, all you really do is just fireball the crap out of the king. And try and keep your warlock alive as best as you can. Like, I should actually go do that right now.
One must not become too complacent.
And heal. Don't you just love those timers? Delicious. And more fireballs! So delicious. You always want to check on Blackhand as well, see where his health is. If his health is below King... is that Lane? Yeah, King Lane, then you want to heal him up. But if he's not below him, then you don't really have to worry about it. And there you are! You won the game! So, if this guide helps you, I'm so happy! But if it gets you killed like multiple times, because sometimes that will happen, that it won't work for you. The most times I've had it not work for me in a row was, I think, twice. And I just do the same thing over and over again, which is move this grunt over here to right here, as well as the grunt that's located right here to right here. And then you always want to try and move this grunt to right here, and this grunt to right here, so that Blackhand and the Warlock have enough room to move if there's fire. But if you can't move the one in front of the Warlock, you really want to try and get the one in front of Blackhand, because otherwise you're going to run into some major issues. But if you can't move the one in front of the Warlock, it's okay. Just try to move the Warlock to right in front of Blackhand. And then either move him back this way or right here. And if you get into major trouble, try and move the Warlock back as much as you can. Keep the Warlock up as best as you can and try not to let him die, because he is your major damage dealer to King Lane. But anyways, I hope this helped you, and if it did, then you should totally subscribe to my channel. And this was Honey Badger! So, see y'all folks later. Hope you get fat loots.